So it's fascinating, and it's a story that's still unfolding, and certainly wish you very well for your next funding round. Can I maybe ask just one last question?
Yeah.
Come back again and see you in a year's time, and you can tell us the next instalment.
Yeah.
But you've been on an incredible journey, and just, wow, so much. If you were now speaking to your former selves, so there's these two women on a master's course, this entrepreneurship thing sounds like fun. What are the lessons that you might take from where you are now that you might tell to them?
Oh, that's a hard one.
Or what advice would you give them?
I think it's to be maybe a bit more secure in our own abilities. I think we were young, but still I think we had, at least now we've learned after time that we actually had it was a good position to be in, and we could have been more bold and more brave and more secure in our abilities to actually make a company and not take, we haven't gotten that many no's, but maybe be brave enough to stand up against some of the big people who are trying to give you advice and trying to challenge them a little bit, because you have, when you start up as a young woman or man and student and everything is new, you have a lot of respect for the people who have been in the business for a long time, they've been working for a long time. Of course they have all this experience, but they also don't know what you're going to do and what your journey is going to be, and you also have a huge advantage being young and also being a woman. Unfortunately, you're a bit of an underdog, and we've felt that being an underdog has been an advantage because you can only surprise.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I think being more secure in your own abilities and challenge the big authorities a little bit, without being disrespectful, of course, but not just take it all in. Also challenge and ask a little bit back and put yourself in the driver's seat. I think we could have.
And also just by telling ourselves that yes, you are going to work with this after you're done with the masters, because I think that we have done a lot of the right choices that we would have made, and some of maybe the things that we have not done right. We have to learn from those mistakes also when it didn't matter. So I'm happy about all the stuff that we have done right and wrong. But maybe that is one thing that would not make us have those sleepless nights about, okay, so we are not focusing on our master's degree because we're trying to build a business. Like during the delivery time, the deadline on our master's degree, there was also a deadline of applying for 1 million Norwegian kroners for the Research Council.
Okay.
And that was the make it or break it for us. That, okay, if you don't get that, you will not survive afterwards. And people thought we were crazy to do it. What? Are you not writing on a master's thesis? Why are you prioritizing this? You have worked for this in 2 years. But we said that, okay, you can write a master's whenever you want, but this business will only happen if we get this money. So we were the crazy people that did it. But that would maybe make us more secure that, okay, it's worth it. And it was, and we know that now.
Yeah.
And we also managed to deliver a master's degree also, so it was a shock.
Maybe one last very, very small question. Are you enjoying it? Are you having fun?
Yes, of course, every day.
I think it's I'm getting more and more appreciative of having this kind of every work day, that it's so different. One day we're meeting you, and the other day we're meeting with some other company and having a presentation at the university and getting whatever, because there's so many opportunities that we can actually choose to be a part of or not. But a lot of our friends, I think, are working in huge companies. They're sitting in a little box. They have no room for gaining that kind of experience and making that kind of choices that we do. So I think in the beginning it's scary, because with choices comes responsibility, and it's all up to you. But the fact that it's all up to you is actually a gift when you manage to kind of control it and be kind of feel safe in it. Mm-hmm. So I think that's also a role that you have to kind of grow into. And if us 3 years ago just were to jump here today, then we wouldn't have the growing journey. So that's why it's nice also to start very early, because you have the huge journey from actually starting your work life in this kind of environment has been, I think, huge. A good experience and a good place to start, because we know that we're going other places after Tidewave, whatever that might be. So it's been a good start, and I think we're really we managed to enjoy the process more now because we're safer in it. So
great.
So yeah.
And the motivation is the same, because what made us take this from a student project to an actual business was the time when we went to the nursing homes and they said, oh, this idea, okay, but when can we buy it?
Great.
And we said, it's only a student project. No, this will never see daylight. And when more people say that this is so needed, we figured out, why don't we do it? And just now, when we have had a successful pilot test, and we can see that actual patients has had their health improved by our product that we have taken part of making, it's really motivating.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time and for being so honest and sharing so much. And I do hope I can come back in a year's time and hear the next chapter.
Yeah,
For now,
sure.
Nina, Ellen, thank you very much.
Thank you.